Hey guys, my name is Kevin. I'm one of the exercise specialists here at the West Primary Care Network. So today I'm here to talk to you about physical activity during this COVID outbreak. So during this time, we're going to be spending a lot more time indoors with self-isolation, social distancing, and potentially quarantining. We're going to be spending a lot of time indoors and away from people. And with that, our overall physical activity is going to be greatly reduced. So today I kind of want to give you some ideas of things you can do in your house, as well as encourage you to potentially go outside to get in a little bit of exercise, as well as some exercise you can do in your house as well in terms of weight training or strength training. So I'll go through all three. So first of all, I want to talk about general activity. So if you are kind of cooped up in your house all day long, you're often going to be sitting for the majority of the time, whether we're sitting watching TV or the news, or if you're working or on the phone talking to people. We need to really try to reduce and at least be aware of this time. So general activity recommendations are for every 30 minutes that we're sitting, we need to go for a 2-minute walk, or just 2 minutes of just moving around your house. Just kind of go do stuff. Don't go grab a glass of water. Maybe if you're talking to someone on the phone, put in your headphones or talk to them on speaker and walk around your house during that time rather than just spending more time sitting. So that's our main guideline, is when you're spending time sitting around in your house. And this is a good principle regardless of this whole COVID outbreak, is every 30 minutes of sitting we should go for a 2-minute walk. The main reason why is because twofold. The first reason is triglycerides and blood sugars will build up in your blood, and when you get up and start moving around, your muscles are like vacuums, and your muscles use the triglycerides and blood sugars, and it helps to kind of blunt the increase in response of both of those. The second reason is just think about last time you drove 3 hours or more, or 2 hours. How do you feel when you get out of the car? Usually we're pretty stiff. Our muscles are stiff, our joints are stiff, and we need to do like a big stretch and start moving again once you're at your destination. So as long as you get up and move every 30 minutes, you won't get that general muscle stiffness. There's going to be lots of people out there saying, I need a massage, I feel so stiff. You don't need a massage, you just need to move around more often, okay? So that's kind of our general talk about sedentary behavior. We need to keep our mind on reducing sedentary behavior. Secondly, let's talk about exercise. So Canada's Physical Activity Guide talks about 2 different components of exercise. The first component is to strive to get at least 150 minutes per week of aerobic physical activity. So the definition of aerobic physical activity is 10 minutes or longer of continuous movement. So that could be walking outside, walking on your treadmill. It could be pacing back and forth, talking to someone on the phone. Just continuous movement. So it could be an indoor bike, potentially outdoor bike, if it starts to get nice enough outside. Elliptical, rowing machine, all those different forms, continuous movement longer than 10 minutes. We want to get at least 150 per week. We'll talk about if you're not physically fit enough, or if you can't do at least 10 minutes, there will be a separate video that you can reference for that, but this is what we should be striving for if you're physically capable of doing so. So, bouts of 10 minutes or longer. It could be 15 10-minute walks, which would look like, that could be 3 10-minute walks per day, 5 days a week, or it could be 7 22-minute walks, it could be 5 30-minute walks. You break it up however you'd like to, however it works for you. We're spending a lot of time indoors, in self-isolation, in quarantine. My statement during all of this is Mother Nature does not have COVID-19. So feel free to get outside. It's really important for your mental health to see the sunshine, see the blue sky, hear the birds chirping. It'll completely change your view on the world. It's amazing how much that can affect us if we're cooped up inside and don't leave your house for days at a time. So I'd encourage you to get outside if you can. At this time, it's currently March. There's still ice on the sidewalks. So, if you have osteoporosis, if you're afraid of falling or don't feel strong on your feet, then we'll consider indoor walking options. I would still encourage you to try to just get outside and look around, maybe not necessarily a walk. Yeah, so that's what we should be striving for in terms of aerobic activity. Now, 2 to 3 days per week, we should do some form of strength training. Strength training is a little bit more complicated. So we have a bunch of other videos that's going to talk about ways that you can do strength training in your house using body weight, dumbbell exercises, and elastic exercises, as well as some core workouts that you can do from home. Yeah, so we should be applying load to our body, so whether it's dumbbells, whether it's elastics, or our own body weight. It helps our muscles have a reason to stay around. And the same for bone density. We need to load our muscles and bones, otherwise they atrophy or they break down and go away. So I don't want our society to be coming out of this outbreak really, really weak. We need to stay strong during this time, and that's one way we can do so. So see our other videos and find out what appropriate exercise is for you. How many repetitions of each one should you do? If I lift this pen over and over and over again and I do 10 repetitions, does my muscle get any stronger? No, not really. So we need to use an appropriate load that makes our muscles fail in 10 to 20 repetitions. If you can do 20 reps of an exercise, it's probably too easy for you. If you can't make it to 10, it's probably too hard for you. So those are the overall recommendations that we should be working on during this COVID outbreak. Reducing sedentary behavior. Every 30 minutes of sitting, try and get up and just move around your house. Try to take advantage of, deep clean your house. Clean out those cupboards or closets. Maybe clean out your basement. Anything that you can find to not be sitting in front of the TV, watching Netflix, watching the news. And if you're talking to someone on the phone, get up and walk around while you're talking. Aerobic physical activity is on top of that. So we should be getting 150 minutes per week or more in bouts of 10 minutes. Biking, walking, rowing, elliptical, however you want, however you see fit. And 2 to 3 days a week, lift some weights, make your muscles and bones stronger. That's a great summary, so that's what we should start with. Feel free to check out our other videos on our channel. And once again, my name's Kevin, and I hope you stay active.